Welcome back to the Study Survival Podcast with study tips, tricks, and study hacks that stick.
Come on.
Welcome, Arnold. How are you doing today?
Yeah, good, thank you. I just hit my nose on that microphone.
Oh, good.
That's how good I am doing.
That's great.
But I know that you're not doing so well today, are you?
No, I'm doing very well, Arnold. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, is that
okay,
true?
so I'm ill. So I hope you're all ready for Unhinged Will. This is the most unhinged I will ever be and have ever been.
Great.
On the podcast.
Nice.
That's right.
Oh man, it sucks when you're ill.
Full authentic me.
Yeah.
That's okay. It's gonna be a good time.
That's how we get views.
I'm excited.
Authenticity and sickness.
Exactly.
Sneezing on microphones.
Wow, that's the goal. And it always has been the goal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Indeed.
You know, I'm excited today because we're in my wheelhouse. We're talking about maths. We're talking about algebra.
We are talking about
my
algebra
goodness.
today.
You planned this, not me.
No,
I'm here for it. I'm probably the only person in the world that gets excited about algebra. Or one of 10, you know.
Yeah. It's like you, Neil deGrasse Tyson.
That's right.
And a bunch of other people in caves.
Yeah. In caves. Yeah. Just gassed about algebra. I'm just excited. I wake up in the night just grinning. Oh, algebra.
Nice. To be fair, algebra is actually incredibly interesting, and I use it now in a load of things I'm doing. So it's quite relevant and applicable in what you're doing most of the days anyway.
That's really exciting. So for the 3 people who are still listening, now they know we're talking about algebra. What's our study snippet of the day?
Great. We are starting and finishing this whole day with algebra. It's all algebra all the time.
Wow.
And we'll be starting the study snippet just by talking about perfection comes from practice. Okay? So it's not about doing a large chunk in one moment. It's about doing a small amount frequently. The people who are watching this are probably watching this through a reel, all right? So this is a reelable moment right now going on. And if you're scrolling and you come across this video, take a few minutes, a few seconds to do 5 questions on algebra, and it's going to change the world, and you can still come back and continue to scroll. Now, by actually making that statement, people have thought, did you just tell me to stop scrolling and spend 5 minutes on algebra?
What are you thinking?
They've already scrolled. But for those 3 listeners that thought, wow, that's a good piece of advice, then please go and do that. Please.
Please.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay, right. So you're literally saying, go do 5 algebra questions and come back.
By doing literally just a small number of maths questions each day, you are going to do well in the exam.
Yeah. Yeah.
There is correlation there because it's all about practice.
Yeah.
And we offer that, right? Literally at least once a week, but we also have multiple quizzes in multiple places. We give people opportunities to do what we call a study snack.
Yeah.
All right. And that is just a few questions, literal snack that you can have at breakfast of questions.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for Brighty subscribers, send them a quiz on WhatsApp.
Yes.
They go through it. It's the active recall. Practice makes progress.
And it's easy.
Magnificent. Yeah. Wow. Every week you tell me an outrageous story on it, but maybe not this week.
No.
Can we just have some sad music instead? Next segment.
Yeah. Nice.
Are we on to our main meal?
Yes, we are. We've done the amuse-bouche. We've gone through the starters and the hors d'oeuvres. All of those, we finished them.
My palate is ready.
Yes, now we have the main meal.
Wow.
The real thing, deep dive into what does it look like to become a boss in GCSE algebra.
A boss in GCSE algebra.
How do you become a boss in GCSE algebra? That's what we're going to be diving into. And one way of looking at it is the Couch to 5K program. So for those of you who don't know, who are listening, Couch to 5K essentially is just a program that helps people who don't like running and don't usually run to actually become quite proficient in running and run more regularly so that they can do a 5K run with relative ease. That's the plan.
Right. There's a training plan that gets you from not doing any running at all to being able to run a 5K.
Exactly. And what we're doing is we're trying to get some students who might not enjoy algebra, might not feel that they're that good at it, to being quite proficient at it. And when the questions come up in the exams, they're thinking, I can do this. This isn't too bad.
Yeah. We're going to make you an Algebra Pro.
Algebra Pro.
Algebra Pro. Okay, right. What's the first step, Arnold?
Okay, so when you're thinking about the couch to 5K, you don't immediately get out of the couch and start running 5 kilometers on the hope that you're going to get a PB. You're going to hate it and you're not going to want to come back.
I mean, you might try, but it might not go very well.
You've just got to start off with small incremental changes and gains over the course of multiple weeks.
Yeah. I wonder if anyone watching has just tried to do a really difficult algebra question without doing
Perfect.
right?
Great.
Don't do that. Do this.
No, exactly. The first thing that you want to do, the first thing you want to focus on is just numbers. I know for a GCSE student, they're going to be thinking, I get numbers. I know the numbers. I had to learn my times tables from 1 to 12 when I was in primary school. I get it. What I'm going to say is do it again.
Yeah.
Really, really helpful to be able to just know your times tables up to 12. And more importantly, it's really important to know how BIDMAS or BODMAS, depending on which school you're in, works.
Yes.
What order do you do a mathematical function? Brackets, indices, division, multiplication, addition, subtraction. That is the order in which you do it.
Absolutely. I think that's so important. You need to have the firm foundations in order to build off it.
Yes.
And actually, knowing those principles make everything else so much easier. Really complicated algebraic equations tend not to be that complicated if you just know those simple principles. Knowing that x times x is not 2x. It's x squared. Simple things like that. Yeah. A positive times a negative is a negative. A negative times a negative is a positive. It's like those principles. Yeah.
The places where people mess up the most, even in the most complex questions or easiest questions, is they forget to realize that a negative multiplied by a negative makes a positive.
Yes.
That's it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The whole question is messed up just because of not understanding that.
Entirely. Especially when you're trying to solve like quite a big equation. You get that one thing wrong and suddenly your x value that you're trying to solve for is so wrong.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. So if you can just understand how numbers work, how you can multiply them, add them, use brackets to work with them, etc., then you're ready to actually move on to those crazy things which are letters. Loads of students are like, why do you put letters in front of things? What's that all about? It's all about understanding notations. That's step 2, understanding the notation. It sounds a bit crazy, but what I did is I literally just used the word pizza. Pizza. So instead of saying X, I just said pizza. I got 3 pizzas, and if they change the letter to Y, I might say burgers, right? I got 3 pizzas, and I've got 4 burgers.
Yes.
And then I work from there. Nice. So then once you start using the word pizza and burger, all of a sudden you can slowly shift to, well, X is pizza, Y is burger, and so 3X, 2Y, whatever, all of that. That's what works.
Exactly. And x is an unknown value.
Yes.
We don't know what it is, but the unknown value that's x is the same as this x over here, which is the same unknown value.
Yes.
But if it's a y, it's not x, but it is an unknown value. It's any unknown value other than x.
Exactly. Because, Will, if I told you, if you had 3 pizzas or 3 pizza slices.
I like this analogy.
Come on. And you added 2 pizza slices. How many pizza slices do you have?
It's 5, right?
5. But if I told you you've got 3 pizza slices and you added 2 burgers, how many pizza slices do you have?
That's like 3 pizza slices.
3 pizza slices. You cannot put the Y's and the X's as one term.
Yeah.
You have to treat them as 2 separate terms. You've got 2 burgers and 3 pizza slices.
3x plus 2y.
Exactly. It doesn't make 5xy, right?
Yes.
That doesn't make any sense. You've got 2 burgers and you've got 3 pizzas.
Yeah.
That's what's actually going on.
It's really good.
We've understood the notations.
Okay. Yep.
Whoa.
What's the next step, Arnold? I'm ready.
Now what we need to do is we need to understand how to clean up and organize.
Yes.
All right?
Might be my favorite part.
These are the 3 foundational steps that every student needs to have to at least get started on becoming a boss in algebra. Step number 1 is just to be able to understand how numbers work. We've just covered that previously. Step number 2 is to be able to understand the notation. What does X and Y actually mean?
Right.
How do they interact with each other? All of that. Why do we even use them? All right. And then step number 3 is to be able to clean up and organize.
Great.
If you can do those 3 things, then you literally have the foundations in place to become a boss in algebra at maths over there.
Amazing.
Should we talk about clean up and organization then?
Yes, please.
Okay. So we were using the pizza analogy.
Yep.
Pizza in this instance means X,
Yep.
burgers means Y. All right. If you got 3 pizzas here and 2 pizzas there, and you got 2 burgers here and 5 burgers there,
Yep.
you need to clean up what that actually means, right? Nobody ever uses the sentence, oh, I've got 3 pizzas and 2 pizzas and 2 pizzas and 5 burgers, or 2 burgers and 5 burgers. No one ever says that, right? They literally just clean it up, organize it together. You got 3 pizzas and 2 pizzas. What do you have? You got 5 pizzas.
Yes.
Let's be real.
Exactly.
And you got 2 burgers and 5 burgers. You got 7 burgers.
Yep.
Ultimately, that's what's going on.
Excellent.
So when you're doing an algebraic equation or whatever, you've got to learn to clean things up. It doesn't make sense to say I've got 2x and 3x and 4y and 5y or whatever. You've got to bring them together. How many x's do you actually have? You've got 5 x's, just like you have 5 pizzas. And how many y's do you have? You have, in that instance, 9 y's, just like we were talking about with the burgers.
Yeah, great. And it's worth noting, you got to keep your x cubeds and your x squareds, and your x's, and your integers separate.
Right.
Right.
That is actually a brilliant way of, that's a brilliant thing to say, that where people can get really confused is by those squares and those cubes, square roots, etc.
Yes.
They are different to the original. So x squared is different to x. Get it right. Don't flop it.
Come on, guys.
Come on, guys. Get it right. That's typical classic.
If I had one piece of advice, I'd just say get it right.
Yes. Just press the correct button and then you're set. You're finished.
It's really unhelpful, sorry.
No. It's actually incredibly helpful.
Okay.
So x squared and x is different. Y squared, y is different. If there is any differences, literally any even slight differences between what's going on around that x, then they are 2 separate terms. If it's a square root, if it's squared, if it's cubed, if it's -1 or to the power of -1, whatever it is, it's different to the x. Okay,
fantastic. So have we done 3? So get your basically BIDMAS right.
Yes.
Get your what was the second one?
The second one was understand the notation.
Understand the notation, great. Clean up and organize.
That's the third one.
And we've just talked about, what did we just talk about? I'm with it.
The x squared and x.
Great.
Well, that's part of the clean up and organize.
Yeah, great.
It's
great.
Keep it,
fantastic.
Keep the like terms together.
Yeah.
As opposed to treat them as separate terms.
Fantastic.
Those are the foundational pieces of doing well in algebra.
Yeah,
awesome.
Starts
there.
Are we going to do step 4 today? We're going to do step 4 next week?
No, I think let's leave people in suspense.
Oh my.
Really. And we will move on.
Someone just threw that keyboard.
Yeah.
No, I need to know step 4.
Yeah. I knew this stuff already. Well, join us next week on Algebra Ladder. That's what's going to happen. We'll cover it next week. We'll look at what step 4, 5, and 6 look like. This is literally moving from a grade 4 to a grade 9 now. That stuff is the real juice, as it were, for higher paper. It's going to take people there.
That's really exciting. Great. And that's why we go through exam-style questions each week.
Yes.
In our evening classes, sending physical resources, and we literally go through all of those exam questions.
Yes.
Great. If you want to find out more, it's brightteach.com/study.
Indeed it is.
Indubitably.
Oh, come on.
I
like it.
All right. So every week we have a tip for the parents.
Yes.
What's our tip this week, Arnold?
Right. Your child has to learn algebra. It is undeniable. You need to be able to help them go through the algebra ladder well as best as possible. So for parents, the advice that I would give is essentially not necessarily asking them, how comes you've got these questions wrong? But diagnosing where in the algebra ladder are they gaps that student has.
Yeah.
And then saying, why don't you try going over the number questions? They're really struggling to understand what minus times minus is or whatever. Well, they don't understand notations, etc. If they just go through that ladder, that would be great. So tip for parents is to understand the ladder itself and ensure that and coach their children through it.
Wow, I can see how that would be so helpful for parents to know, to bring them through that ladder, help them with each step. I love that.
Yes.
That's so helpful.
Nice.
Marvelous. Well, thanks, Arnold. You've been magnificent once again.
Appreciate it.
We've been the Study Survival Podcast, and we'll see you next week.
Peace.